Hello, everyone, and welcome to the sixth episode of Weekend Bite Season 2. Today, we have with us a photographer who uses his camera as a tool of exploration and a passport to the inner sanctum. He expresses his view through his clicks, as photography can convey an idea in a very creative and artistic manner. So, let's welcome Shashwat. Hi, Shashwat, how are you?
I'm good. Hello.
Okay, so let's start with you introducing yourself to our audience.
Well, my name is Shashwat Padhi. I'm from Sambalpur, and
Right.
I have been pursuing the art of photography since a really young age. But speaking
Okay.
professionally, I have been doing this since 2008.
Okay. All right. So, as you are a professional photographer, so tell me how long have you been in this profession and how was the experience throughout?
Well, I have been in this profession since 2008.
Right.
So it's been almost like 14 years now. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and the journey has been quite pleasant because photography is something
Mm.
that I love doing. It is much
Right.
more of a passion than a profession because professionally I'm
Mm-hmm.
a hotelier as well. That is the business part.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
but photography is something very close to my heart. And ever
Mm-hmm.
since I was a young boy, of maybe in studying in standard sixth or seventh, I have been involved with photography, and
Okay.
as I grew, the passion in me grew as well. So I turned it into a profession.
Okay. So, who is your inspiration when it comes to photography?
Well, uh, when I started photography, my father was my inspiration because he was a hobbyist photographer, and he used to
Okay.
take us out, like me and my sister. He used to take us out
Okay.
whenever he would go into some sort of excursion or a trip. So, looking at him and the way he would use the camera, because those days it was not the days of digital imaging, right? It
Mm-hmm.
was analog photography. So we
Hmm.
would have fun all day long. It would be sort of like a picnic. And when
Okay.
he would come back, he would take me to his dark room, and we would
Okay.
sit, and he would play with different sorts of chemicals in different sorts of
Mm-hmm.
proportions, and it all seemed like magic, when he would dip a piece of paper in a tray filled with chemicals, and suddenly
Hmm.
some sort of image would pop into those paper.
Right.
And well, in a
Hmm.
when I was so young, like in standard sixth or seventh, it would seem like magic because out of nothing something would appear, and that's something
Hmm.
we would have seen earlier in the day. Yeah, right. So it
Right.
was quite magical, and so he was the inspiration. And
Hmm.
as I grew up and started doing photography as a profession, I
Right.
got to study photographs or art pieces of different photographers as well. One of them, Richard
Hmm.
Avedon. He is
Okay.
considered godfather of fashion photography, even though I do not do fashion. But his images, if you go and see his images, if you search for his
Hmm.
images, they speak out. So
Right.
I
Okay.
considered Richard Avedon as one of my inspirations. And another one
Hmm.
would be David LaChapelle. He's a French
Okay.
photographer. Again, his
Hmm.
pictures, they speak volumes. So these two guys are
Right.
my inspiration, along with my father.
Right. So, from your photography, what is your aim? What do you want to convey to your audience or whoever see your pictures? What is your aim always?
Well, uh, I term myself as a fine art photographer.
Right.
The kind of photography that I do, uh,
Mm-hmm.
well, to put it very simply, when we see
Okay.
certain things with our eyes, with our naked eyes, okay, we see it as they are.
Right.
But photography is a medium of art, right?
Right.
So it gives us the liberty to transform something very simple, or
Hmm.
transform something that our naked eye sees into our
Hmm.
own imagination.
Right.
So that is how I use photography, uh, to be a medium, or to be a window to my perspective, a window for my audiences to be
Hmm.
my perspective, as so that they can peep into what's going on in my mind.
Okay.
So that is
That's
how,
great.
yeah, so that is how I use photography uh,
Okay.
as my medium of art.
That is amazing actually. Like how you perceive it. That's completely amazing. So tell me, like, is there something along your journey as a photographer which you're most proud of? What might that be?
What I'm most proud of?
Yes.
Well, growing up, this is very personal actually. Growing up, my father was a very strict person. Okay.
Okay.
uh, he was very active in the social field. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, we would see lots of people visiting our home, visiting
Okay.
my dad actually. They would bring up
Okay.
their problems or whatever, and he would also
Hmm.
always give them some sort of solution. Okay. But when it came to us, like me and my sister, when we were growing up, if we went to him with a problem, he would not give us any solution. He would be like, go and
Okay.
find the solution yourself. Okay. And we would
Hmm.
be like, but you help all those people who come to our home. And they're like, yes, I
And we
do.
are your kids.
And we are your kids and you don't help us. Okay. And he would be like,
Right.
I won't be helping you guys. You need to find answers to your problems of your own. Okay.
Okay.
And when it came to photography, okay, he would never
Hmm.
appreciate anything that I did. Okay. He would always be critical. Okay. If I showed him some picture, he won't see, or even if he did see the good in it, he wouldn't speak out. He would be like, see, these are the things that you have made mistakes. Okay. These are the mistakes in your
Okay.
picture. Go correct them.
Hmm. Hmm.
So there was this one instance when one of my work of art got displayed in
Hmm.
New York Gallery of Art. Okay.
Okay, that's
And
great.
yeah, and when that got published online, okay, and I showed it to him. I was really happy, and I went and I showed him that piece of article, and he was like, oh, so what? And he was
Oh
like,
my
so what?
God.
Okay, you
Okay.
you should be doing, or you should be trying to improve. Like, if you think that you got published, or if you think you got showcased in some gallery or published in some magazine, that is
Hmm.
not, or that should not be the end goal of your journey. Okay.
Okay.
So he was like that. He was absolutely very, very, very critical of everything that I did. Okay. But that critique was very
Hmm.
positive as well. It helped us grow. It helped me grow. Okay.
Right.
Coming to your
Hmm.
question now, like, what was the most that moment which made me feel proud, right? So there was one instance when he actually appreciated what I did.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wouldn't like to share that because it is very personal to me. Okay. I
Okay.
hope you
No
would
issues.
respect that. Yeah. But
Yes,
there was
yes,
this,
surely.
yeah, during because my father uh, he passed away in 2016. Okay. Of a
Okay.
very long illness, prolonged illness. But it was during that time when he was suffering,
Hmm.
he appreciated something that I had done. So that
That would have been
has,
so great.
yeah, that
For
has stuck
sure.
with me. Yes.
That's amazing, and that is so nice that your father always, wanted you to be in your feet and not be like, carried away from all the achievements that you do. That's amazing. Okay, so tell me, like, what kind of photography are you involved with? Like, which is your favorite and why?
Boudoir is my favorite. I basically
Okay.
do boudoir, glamour, and fine art. But out of these three genres, boudoir is very close to me, and I am very happy with what I do. I'll tell you why. Most of the people confuse this genre of photography, boudoir, with something sexual or sensual. But boudoir is neither sexual nor sensual. Okay, boudoir is meant to be a genre which actually inculcates or which actually gives self-confidence to the subject. Okay, whosoever is in front of the frame or in front of the camera. Okay, because while doing boudoir, the subject would either be dressed in their lingeries or maybe covered in a piece of blanket or a simple piece of clothing. Okay, so most of the time the models are in their birthday suit, right? Not just the models, but the client. Okay, the client is naked. So once we are as we are meant to be, see, we have gotten civilized and we are used to wearing clothes and covering ourselves, right? But this is not how we were born. This is not how we are, right? These clothings do not make us what we actually are. So to be to be stripped of everything and just being what we are, it takes courage. Okay, it takes courage.
Surely, yes.
It takes confidence. So boudoir is a medium which actually boosts up confidence and courage. So when my clients see what we deliver or what we make during that session, okay, and when they are really appreciative of it, and when they don't think in terms of अरे मैं तो यहाँ पे मोटी दिख रही हूँ या मैं यहाँ पे भद्दी दिख रही हूँ या all the defects, we, no matter how perfect we make our body, there are still certain defects in our bodies, right? We are human beings, we are made with errors. Okay. So when they look past those errors, those defects, that is when I find my art to be fulfilled, because that is the aim of what I do, to see beyond what we are, to see every human being to see every imperfections as beauty. So
that's nice. Like, you want to make people feel comfortable in their own skin, and I'm pretty sure that it also feels very empowering when you're doing the photo shoot, because in general it's not acceptable, and when you're actually being able to do it, it surely feels empowering. And so that's amazing that you're making them comfortable and they are able to do it, which is so great. So tell me, like, have you always wanted to be a photographer, or you had other plans as well besides photography?
No, I never had any other plans.
That's nice.
As I said, by profession, I'm also a hotelier, but that is the family business that I handle. Okay. Even if I did not have that, I would still have chosen to become a photographer. I guess that part actually hinders me, because I have to give 50% of my time or some portion of my time to my family business. Okay, and that is not what I want to do. I totally want to involve myself in creating art. So yes, to answer your question, even if I see, by degree I am not a photographer. I have not studied photography. I am a self-learned photographer. Okay, I have learned all that I know by experimenting. Okay. So by degree, I am a business administration guy. I have a degree in philosophy. I have a degree in psychology. So
Okay.
But still I
That's great.
pursue the art of photography. So no matter what
That's nice.
choice life has given me, I have
Hmm.
always chosen photography.
That's amazing, and I'm pretty sure your father was the main part. Although I know that
Yes.
he must not have taught you sitting ki do this, do that,
No, no,
because
no,
he has
never.
always wanted you to
I, I
self,
remember when I was in standard 8, okay,
right?
and
Hmm.
he had given me one of his old film camera, analog camera, and he had given me some rolls of film, okay.
Okay.
So I went to him and I was like, how do I make this thing work, okay, because there are lots of different settings here, and I do not know any.
Hmm.
Obviously I would not know anything, right? And he was
Right,
like,
right.
my father was a very like, he was an avid reader, and he had this huge
Hmm.
library in his bedroom, okay. So he pointed me
Okay.
to the library, to the bookcase,
Hmm.
and he was like,
Hmm.
within those books there are 3 books related to photography. Go find them, read
Hmm.
it, and then you'll get all your answers. And I was like, how do I know
Okay.
which books are related to photography? There are tons of books there, like thousands of books there, okay. And
Hmm.
it took me 3 years, okay. When I reached standard
Okay.
11, I finally
Hmm.
understood what was in that book.
Okay. Obviously,
So,
because you're in standard 8 and it should
yeah,
have been complicated stuff there.
yes.
Okay, so that's nice. So, do you have any current projects you're working on that you would like to share with us?
Right now, actually, I'm not working on anything, but I have a few projects lined up. Recently,
Okay.
I started doing a project called Greek Gods and Goddesses. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Some of a few of those pictures may be found on my Instagram, but it is a continuation. The project is not done yet. Okay, it is in
Hmm.
progress. So basically, what has inspired me was, there is a beautiful artist. Her
Hmm.
name is Anna Martinez. Okay, she is also a photographer. Okay, she
Okay.
created this project called Gods and Goddesses of Olympus. Okay,
Hmm. Hmm, hmm.
and that
Okay.
project was actually very nice. It inspired me, so I started doing Gods and Goddesses of Greek. Okay, once I'm
Okay.
done with that project, I will start doing Gods and Goddesses of India. Okay, Bharat. So these are the 2 projects
That,
that I'm looking forward to, actually. One is
okay.
in
Sounds really
2011,
interesting to
and
me.
one
And
would
I,
be starting very soon.
all right, so I'll check for sure in your Instagram because it sounds so amazing.
Yes.
So, tell me, like, about any incident during your career as a photographer which you can never forget. Like, it was like best, worst, any experience, but it has been printed in your head and you can never forget.
Yes. I'll I'll share you the journey of how actually I started doing boudoir. Okay.
Okay.
So starting off, I was not a boudoir photographer. I never
Hmm.
intended to be a boudoir photographer. Okay, because I was really very shy and introvert. Okay,
Hmm.
I actually never even photographed people. When I started off,
Okay.
I used to only photograph flowers, back to roses. Okay,
All right.
yeah,
Hmm.
I have a garden. I love doing gardening. Okay, so I
Hmm.
would grow roses, and
Yeah.
I would photograph roses in different lighting scenarios. Okay, I would make good pieces out of those. Okay, so
All
I had
right.
this Facebook friend of mine from New York. Okay,
Okay.
he still is a boudoir photographer. His name was JC Crawford. Okay,
Okay.
now he asked me, like,
Hmm.
you have such good lighting conditions and you have such good knowledge about lighting. You light those roses so nicely. Why don't you start doing boudoir photography? Okay, so I did not know what boudoir photography even was. So I googled what boudoir
Okay.
is, and when I saw what boudoir was, I wrote back to him, and I was like, listen, I am from Orissa and I am from India. Okay, even if I go approach some lady, that I want to picture you, or I want to I want to shoot you in this manner, Either
Hmm.
she would call for help or she would trash me herself. Okay, so I'm not taking this risk. Okay,
Right.
so what he did was, uh,
Hmm.
he he used to work with an Indian who was from who had shifted to India from New York. Okay, and those
Okay.
people had his co-worker had recently gotten married. Okay, so somehow or
Hmm.
other he got in contact with him, and he
Okay.
asked him to contact me
Hmm.
to do a
Hmm.
boudoir of him and his wife.
All right.
So those two
Okay.
people actually forced me. They booked my tickets.
Hmm.
They booked a hotel for me. Okay, and those
Hmm.
people, they forced me to go to their place and do a
Okay.
boudoir shoot with them. Okay, and that journey was like, I cannot forget it, because I'll tell you, I was literally shaking. Okay, because I was not confident in what
Hmm.
kind of result I would give, because prior to that I
Right.
had not shot any human being.
Hmm.
All I used to shoot was flowers, mountains, rivers, and whatnot. Okay, nature photography.
Right.
So I was
Hmm.
literally shaking when those two people were in that room and they had
Hmm.
asked me to shoot them. So,
Hmm.
but somehow or other,
It's such a beautiful journey, because like something which you were so much scared of, and then that was the photography style that you fell in love with. So
yes,
that's like a beautiful journey from there to
yes,
there. Yes.
yes. So that is why I'll never forget it.
Right. So that's nice. Tell me, one of your greatest weakness, according to you, and what are you doing to work upon it?
Well, as I said, when I started off, I
Hmm.
really was very introvert. Okay, very shy.
Okay.
Even after
Okay.
I did that boudoir shoot of that beautiful couple,
Mhm.
okay, when I came back to
Okay.
Sambalpur, to Orissa, okay, then I
Right.
thought to myself, okay, now these two people approached me, so I was
Right.
able to do this shoot. Now how do
Hmm.
I start approaching people? Okay, because I never felt confident. Right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
not just doing boudoir, like even
Hmm.
talking to people, because you know how introverts are, right? we,
Hmm.
we are really shy. So I
Yes.
was really shy. So overcoming
That's
that
fine. Hmm.
overcoming that aspect of my nature, that was a challenge
Hmm.
for me. That was one huge weakness that I had, and somehow
Okay.
I managed to overcome it, and that was it. I didn't
That's great. I'm proud of you that you did. That's amazing. So, what are your hobbies, or like what are your hobbies or interests outside of photography and your work, like your
Mhm.
business that you handle? What do you
Well,
do in your free time?
I read a lot.
Okay.
I love to read. I
Just
love,
like your father.
just like my father. Okay. And again, just like my father was into so many things. I have an avid interest in music. I sing. I listen to music,
Okay, that's nice.
mostly
Hmm.
old school music, like
Okay.
classic rock and jazz,
Hmm.
classicals, and I love to cook. So
Wow, that's nice.
yeah, so these things are very close to me: books, music, and food.
Hmm.
Yeah, not just
Okay.
eating, but making, like cooking for people. That is what I love.
All right, that's great. Is there some famous brand or celebrity you would like to collaborate with in future that you always wanted to?
No, nothing like that. I
Okay.
I do not see uh, my art to be, that is something to, you know, see. I never did photography to be
Okay.
recognized. Okay,
All
I
right,
always
because
have
you love it.
yeah, I have pursued this art of photography because it gives me immense pleasure, and that is it.
Right.
I
That's
have never,
nice.
yeah, I have never thought ki I'll work with them someday, or I'll work for them, or for that brand or this brand. I have never thought of it in that manner.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. That's nice. So lastly, if there is anything you could change about your journey up till now, what would it be and why?
Nothing. 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 I would change
Amazing.
nothing. Because all the
That's
ups
great.
or maybe all the downs, uh,
Hmm.
that the ups and downs are part of our lives, right? Part of our journey.
Surely, yes.
These are the things which actually make us what we are at the present moment.
Yes.
Maybe if we change anything in the past, maybe we would not become what we are at this very given moment. That is what I believe.
Right.
I may be wrong.
Hmm.
So I would not like to change anything.
No, that's nice. That's nice that you loved your journey up till now. May it be hardship, may it be all the achievements,
Yes.
you lived through it.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
Okay, so it was amazing talking to you. I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation, and I'm pretty sure that our audience will enjoy it as well. Thank you so much for joining WMH India Talk Show. It was a pleasure interacting with you.
Same here. Same here. Thank you so much, Sai.
Thank you so much for joining. And for others, I'll see you in another episode of Weekend Bite Season 2. Till then, stay tuned and stay safe.